Give it up for Mr. Locario.
Yo, what up, people? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So, I want to do this audio, and this one might take a while, so sit back and relax. Take some notes if you need to. So, this one I'm titling it, How I Had Sex with Over 100 Women. And, I want to tell you about this, and I want to tell you how you can do it too. You don't need to have sex with that many women if you don't want to. I know some of you guys are virgins. You're just like, oh, I just want to have sex with one girl. Let me just have sex with her so I can just feel it. Some guys want to, step it up and have sex with a couple more chicks or whatever. You might want to have sex with more than 100. It's all up to you, whatever it is. But basically, I'm just, letting you know, like, what I do and how I do it so you can apply it to you. You understand? So you can, apply the game to your shit. First, before I even start, I want to just say this one thing. Is that, the only way for you to really accomplish this, and the only way for you to really make this happen, is for you to really understand how this process works. And I think, a lot of times, the reason why guys have trouble in the game and the reason why guys don't really attract a lot of women is because they kind of have this like false sense of what the game is about and what it takes to actually do this shit. You understand? Or what it takes to actually attract women. So what I want to say first is that, when it comes to hollering at chicks and getting girls and getting a lot of girls and getting chicks who want to have sex with you and go on dates with you and all this other stuff, what you have to remember is this one thing, is that it takes effort. It takes effort. It takes effort. It takes effort. Every time you're going out to holler at chicks, every time you are thinking about fucking with chicks, remember that it takes effort. It takes work. I don't want to lie to you guys, okay? And I don't want you to be scared of that. I don't want you to be like, oh my God, it's going to be so much effort and work, and I don't want to put in all that work. And the thing is that the type of work you think you need to put in, it's not really that type of work. It's not really that much. It's not really as scary as you think it is, but effort needs to be put in. There's no way around this. This is a numbers game. This is you actually putting forth the effort. This is actually you putting energy into this to actually make it work. That's the only way it's going to work. I wish there was a magic pill. I wish I could tell you guys that it's going, you could just say this combination of words and every chick's going to pull down their pants and make you fuck them. Like, I wish I could tell you that. If you guys find the magic formula, the magic pill, please holler at me and let me know. You understand? But as far as I know, and as far as like other guys that I've known that, are, good with attracting women, and other guys that I've seen and, in action and they've basically told me their history and I've seen them doing what they do. It's all the same shit. They put in effort. So you got to understand that the effort has to happen. There's no way around it. There's no way around it. That's the only way, and, so I just need you guys to really understand that the effort has to be put in. There's no shortcuts. You understand? All right. So basically, I want to kind of like get a little bit detailed of like, what I do as far as like, how I approach chicks, shit that I say to them, how I get their numbers, how I get them to call me, how I call them, how I set a time to see them, how I set up a time to have sex with them, all this shit that I've basically been doing over the past couple years. I lost my virginity when I was 16. I'm 33 years old now. So, that's a lot of years, right? And, there was times where I rejected some chicks' offers to fuck, because I was like, yo, at this point, there's times even right now, there's chicks that, hit me up and say, yo, let's get together, let's do this, let's do that. And I decline because I've had so much. And I actually want you guys to get into that situation or position to feel that, to experience saying, nah, I'm good for right now. I just, like it's a good place to be in. It's a good feeling to say, I'm good. And actually mean it. You know what I mean? Actually be like, yo, I don't need it. I'm good. And, that usually comes with you actually getting to that point where you can get it. You've had so much of it. You've experienced this shit, and you can get to that point. You understand? So basically, let me start this off by saying, the first thing you need to understand is that it's all about confidence, all about how you feel about yourself. And I said this a million times, and I talk about this in my book, How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day. It's about how you feel about yourself. You thinking you can holler at chicks and get them. It starts with that first. You understand what I'm saying? But I want to get a little bit more technical in this audio, so you can, really just apply it and use it to your advantage. Because, I've been seeing on a whole bunch of message boards, I've been getting a lot of emails, I've been talking to a lot of guys personally, and they're just like, oh, I go out, I talk to like a couple girls and nothing really happens, or they flake on me, or I get their numbers and nothing goes down. And so I want to get more technical so you guys can, use this and make this work for you. All right, so now let's say you're out and about, you're out chilling, going to the clubs or whatever, going to bars, going to parties, going to events. You just like, look, I want to go out and meet more women, get more sex, right? So let's put this in a scenario. Let's say that you're out and you want to talk to some chicks. Now, this is what I usually do. If I'm out in the street, or and this is usually for like in the street or whatever. If I'm out in the street, I usually talk to chicks who are in a stationary position. Meaning a chick is standing still or sitting down somewhere. You understand? She's not walking past or walking, to and fro really quick. Like, I still could holler at a chick like that, but I usually look for the chicks who are stationary. So meaning a chick, she's sitting on a park bench. The chick is waiting for a bus at a bus stop. The chick is on the train, sitting there. The chick is, in line at the store. Like she's kind of just going to be at a certain particular spot. She's waiting at the corner, maybe for a friend or something. She's at a particular spot. She's not going to be moving for a while. So I mostly approach those chicks because it makes it easier for me to holler because they're not going anywhere. You understand? So when you're out in the street, look for those first, or when you see those chicks, those are good ones to approach because they are not, they can always leave and move out the situation. But the thing is that they're already there. So it's easier for you to go up and approach. Right. So I go for those chicks. Now you might be saying, okay, what if a chick is walking by, or what if a chick, she's walking past you? How do you get those chicks? Right. So, I said this in a video a long time ago. If you're in the street and a chick is walking, and you want to talk to her, you want to holler at her. Let's say she's walking towards you. What you do is when you see her coming up to you, you kind of sort of turn around and walk with her and start talking to her, and then try to get her to stop. You understand what I'm saying? So, for example, you're walking, up the street. She's walking towards you. You see her. You can say, "Hey, how you doing?" And then you turn and walking with her. "Hey, what's going on? Listen, let me talk to you for a second." And then you kind of like, usually, if a chick is like, she'll either slow down, or you can kind of like you can stop. And I've done this a lot. Where you can stop, and she'll sometimes stop with you. If she doesn't stop with you, you can keep walking a little bit with her. But you talk to her while you're walking with her, and then as the conversation's going, she'll stop, or you'll get her to stop. And so the way the way to get her to stop, really, is basically when you're trying to close the deal. But I'm going to get into that a little in a little bit, right? Now, another thing you can do, and I think this is the best thing to do if a chick is walking past you, I tell you it's going to get technical, is let's say she's walking past you, or this actually works better if she's walking past you, whatever. But if you're walking towards her, she's walking towards you, and you say, hey, how you doing? And if she keeps walking, right, you stay where you're at, and she'll probably, if she turns or she looks at you, you say, hey, come here for a second, and you're not moving. She's still in motion. You're not moving. You stand there. Hey, come here for a second. Now, if you stand there and a chick comes to you, I'm going to say this again. If you're standing there and a chick comes to you, that right there is the best shit, because that's her basically showing that she's interested in you, because she's actually coming back to talk to you. You understand what I'm saying? So she's coming back to talk to you, and then you make that happen, right? Now, so let's say, either a chick is stationary, you go up to her, you talk to her, or a chick is passing by, or, and you go and walk with her. Or let's even say you're walking behind the chick, you just go to the side of her and keep walking with her and talking to her. Or, you're standing in one place and you tell her to come back to you, right? So either one of these situations, you have her there and you're starting to talk. And then you're probably saying, what do I say? Right? Now, this is the thing. When you're, and let me get this straight, and you guys gotta literally listen to this shit, because I see a lot of guys wasting too much time doing this, right? When you are talking to a woman that you just met, you just approached, you're on the street, or you're at a bar, you're at a party, whatever, only talk to a woman for about 30 seconds to 2 minutes tops. That's it. Between 30 seconds and 2 minutes. It doesn't need to be longer than that. 30 seconds to 2 minutes. That is it. Okay? Because the reason why I say this is because, what happened was back in the days, I used to, I see a chick, I go up to her, we talking, ha ha ha, laugh, talking. And, 10, 15 minutes go by. And the thing is, you think, well, we're having this great conversation. She's laughing. She's having a good time. And, you get the number. You exchange numbers. And then a lot of times what happens is that you probably will never hear from her again. Or, you talk. And you say, all right, cool. This is fun. Give me your number so we can get together sometime. And then she's like, oh, but I have a boyfriend. I can't. So you wasted like 10, 15 minutes, and that's time you could have spent talking to more women. You understand what I'm saying? So you spending so much time talking, it doesn't matter how much, how good the conversation is. Wrap that shit up. You understand? You wrap it up and you get her number. Y'all exchange numbers or whatever, and y'all talk later. Y'all hook up something later. Do not be sitting there talking, because these chicks will waste your time if you let them. So that's the one thing you guys got to remember. Only 30 seconds to 2 minutes. I remember one time I gave this girl my card. I literally spoke to her for it was probably like 15 seconds or 20 seconds. I just went up to her and was like, yo, I was leaving this party. I said, hey, what's up? Listen, you're looking kind of cute. My name is Locario. Here's my card. Hit me up on Facebook. Give me a call, whatever. You know what I'm saying? That was it. I just walked out. That was it. She hit me up. We went out to get some coffee and shit. And then that weekend, I went over her crib and had sex, and it was all great. It was fun. You know what I mean? So you don't need to be talking. Because on the flip side, I was at another spot, and I was talking to this girl. She's flirting with me. We dancing and, all of this shit and blah, blah, blah. And she's like, oh, she threw her number at me like, oh, you better call me. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to call you. All of this other goofy shit. And then next, never hear from the chick again. Call her, not answering the phone, nothing. You understand? So the thing is that, you don't ever want to waste too much time when you're, exchanging numbers and hooking that shit up, because you don't know what's going to happen later. And if if you're going on and on and on, you're just wasting time because you don't know what the fuck's going to happen. So always keep the interaction short and sweet. You understand? So, if she hollers at you, then that's cool. You got her to holler and you still had some more time to talk to other girls. If the chick doesn't holler, then whatever, you only talk to her for like 30 seconds. You understand what I'm saying? So that's it. Right? So, okay. So now you're in front of the chick and, you're talking to the chick, right? So now, and I've talked about this too. I also talk about this in my DVD, How to Pick Up and Date Multiple Women seminar, where you can either, holler at a chick indirectly or you can holler at her directly. Now, with me, I usually like to go direct. So basically, this is what I would say to a chick. Let's say a chick is stationary. She's sitting on a park bench. I go up, sit right next to her, and be like, hey, how you doing? And she'll be like, oh, I'm fine. My name's Locario. What's your name? Oh, Jessica, nice to meet you. Listen, I'm going to cut to the chase. I'm extremely attracted to you, and I know you're attracted to me. So listen, the thing we should do right now is we should exchange numbers, get together, get some coffee or something sometime. And then that's it. You know what I'm saying? That was literally, that wasn't even what. Look how quick that was. You see what I'm saying? So she either is like, okay, she's with it or she's not with it. You know what I mean? So you just, that's just direct way, really quick. So, let's say if the same thing with a chick is walking past, I see a chick walking towards me and I say, hey, how you doing? I turn, walk with her. What's going on? Listen, my name is Locario. Look, hold on, stop for a second. I just need to tell you that you need to give me your number and I'm going to give you my number and we need to get together because I see this attraction going on between us and, we need to make something happen. And then that's it. I'm closing the deal as I'm talking with her. Do you understand what I'm saying? And this is what this is what I've been doing, almost 80% of the time when I holler at chicks. Just get their attention, get straight to the point. You understand what I'm saying? And then do the number exchange. Either I take her number or I give her my number. Right? Or let's say, excuse me. Let's say you want to do indirect. Indirect, it to me, it takes a little bit more time. That, that's like you would probably take 2 minutes to do that, whereas indirect, it'll take you 30 seconds or whatever, or a minute. But, indirect is I see the chick on a park bench. Let's say she's reading a book. Hey, what's going on? What's that book you reading? Oh, really? What's that about? Okay, yeah, that sounds interesting. Oh, by the way, my name is Locario. What's your name? Okay, Jessica, how you doing? Okay, cool. Listen, I think we should probably get together, get some coffee sometime. You seem kind of cool. You kind of cute. What's good? So I indirectly get in there by talking about the book. So the thing is that, you can choose whichever way you're more comfortable doing. And I talk more about this, in my book, How to Have Sex with Two Women a Day. So make sure you get that so you can get, more detailed, information about that. You feel what I'm saying? And so now, I'm talking to the chick. I say, give me your number. Or, I take her number or I give her my number or we exchange numbers. And so now I got the number. She has my number or whatever it is. Now you're saying, okay, how do you get to the sex? How do you get her to call you? How do you call her? What is it? How do I make it to where she's not going to be flaky? All this other craziness, right? Now, again, remember I said this is going to be effort that you got to put in. Okay? So the thing is, I usually like for chicks to call me more than I call them. I like for them to do most of the work. But when I first started, what I would do is I would call them. So I was getting more numbers when I first started talking to chicks. And then I would call the chicks. So let's start with if I'm getting their number and I'm calling them, right? And there's no right or wrong way to do this. You can, as far as you calling them or them calling you, you can do however you feel, right? So when I would get the number, basically I would hit them up either that night or the day after. So that night or the day after. No waiting 3 days, none of that bullshit. Because what happens is that when you wait, a lot of these chicks are getting hit up by other dudes, and it fucks up the whole momentum of y'all meeting and all this other shit. You're thinking I'm gonna wait 3 days because it builds the anticipation and blah 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 blah. Now if you wait 3 days, the next day some other nigga hollered and he called her that night or the next day, and now she's fucking with him, and she's like, oh my god, I'm so in love with this new nigga, and now that's why I can't call you who waited 3 days. You understand? So fuck all the 3 day shit. You call her either that night or the next day, right? So what I would do is I would text or call or whatever, and I would say, hey, what are you doing next week? Or what are you doing this week? What are you doing Friday? Whatever it is. I would basically, hit her up because I'm trying to see her. So basically, whenever you get a chick's number or whenever you calling her, you hitting her up, just hit her up to hook up. That's it. For y'all to get together again. Do not try to have conversations about bullshit with the girl. And I've said this on many occasions. When you get the number, you're calling her or you're texting her to hook up, to get together. So, for example, you text her, hey, what's going on? What you up to Friday? Oh, she's like, oh, nothing. I'm free. Okay, cool. Listen, we should get together. There's this coffee spot on such and such place. Boom. Right? Or if you're just trying to hook up for sex, hey, what you doing right now? Nothing. Okay, cool. You should come by the crib. We could watch some Netflix or some shit. We could get, we could have some, either you could do a soft, you could say we're going to do this as far as watching movies or hanging out or whatever, or you could get blunt with it and say, come over to the crib so I could get you naked and smash. Whatever you're comfortable with. This is what I'm trying to explain to you. There's no wrong way to do it. And let me interject right here real quick. See, the thing I really want you guys to understand, and what I need you to really realize, is that the effort that you need to put in is basically you really, what am I trying to say here? It's not necessarily what you say. It's more so you actually just saying something. Do you understand what I mean? So it's not about how you approach. It's more that you're actually just approaching a chick. You understand? It's not about, what you say when you contact the girl. It's the fact that you're contacting her. Do you understand? It's kind of like you're doing the thing that you need to do to make it move forward. So the actual things that you're doing in it, the actual, words you say and, how you're saying it and all that, that's secondary. And it's not as important as you actually just going and doing it. Because there's a lot of times guys will get numbers and they will be scared to call the girl. So they'll be like, oh, I got a number. And then they'll kind of just, sit on it. You understand what I'm saying? Or they see chicks, they want to approach, but they don't approach because they're scared. So it's like they're not putting in that effort to approach. It's not really about, oh, what do I say? How do I do it? No, just do it. Just go and do it and make it happen. And that's what builds the shit up. That's what makes you get these chicks. You see what I'm saying? So, all right. So we're on the you're getting the girl's number, you're calling her, you're setting something up. Remember, you're just setting something up for you guys to hook up. That's it, right? So, let's say instead of you calling her, you give her your number and you tell her to call you. And, I remember the first time that I heard about this, I was listening to Tariq Nasheed, and I was like, yo, this shit is the best, where you get the chick to call you. So you give her your number and tell her when to call you. So let's say you're talking to the girl. Yeah, listen, here's my number. Give me a call tomorrow at 10 o'clock. You free 10 o'clock? Okay, cool. Hit me up at 10 o'clock. Right? And then you see if the chick is actually going to do it. This is almost equivalent, or it's almost the same thing as when I was saying, where if a chick is walking in the street and she's walking past you, and you say, hey, what's up to her, and then you stay stationary, and then you tell her to come over to you. You say, hey, come here. So you're instructing her to do something, and if she does it, it's showing that she's really that into you, because she's doing what you said to do, and she's making the choice to do it off of what you said. So it's the same thing when you give the girl your number. You say, hey, call me, and she actually calls you, and then y'all make that happen, right? And again, when she calls you, don't talk about, oh, how was your day? How's everything going? How's work? How many brothers and sisters do you know? Don't talk about none of that shit. What you need to do is you need to just set up the date or set up the hookup. That is it. And let me say something on the side note real quick of that. See, the reason why I'm saying to just set up the date and don't talk too much and don't talk about a whole bunch of shit is because sometimes what happens is, and a reason why a lot of you guys will have trouble is that sometimes you talk yourself out of the vagina. You talk yourself out of the pussy. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is why I say when you first talk to a girl, keep it short and sweet. When you approach her, keep it short and sweet. Yo, what's up? How you doing? What's your number? Here's my number. Boom. And then get the fuck out of here. Short and sweet, right? When you contact her, you contacting her just to hook up some shit for y'all to, do for y'all to get together, to see something, to make something happen as far as a date or a hookup. Short and sweet. That is it. You hang up the phone, you stop texting. If the chick keeps texting you, tell her, hey, I'm going to hit you up later, I got something to do. But do not keep texting her and going back and forth and having all these conversations. And she's trying to get to know you and all that bullshit. No, forget all that. Just stop it. Keep it short and sweet. Because you will talk yourself out of the vagina. What's going to happen is you're going to say something. Because she's going to be thinking, oh, I like this guy and he's cool. And I'm thinking about fucking him. And then next thing you know, you say, oh, yeah, so by the way, last week I went on this trip, and we, me and my friends, we started throwing eggs at somebody's house, and we thought it was hilarious, and blah, 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 and all this other stuff. And it's just like, she's like thinking, this guy throws eggs at people's houses? Like, I don't know about fucking this guy no more. He sounds kind of lame. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're saying too much too fast. Like, just chill the fuck out. Set up a time for y'all to chill, and then y'all just chill. You understand what I'm saying? And so you do that. You know what I mean? Now, here's the thing. What like I was saying, like, I like to have a chick do most of the work, right? So I want to tell you guys what I would do a lot of times. And, I would do something more in the vein of have the chick, have the chick used to calling me. And this is something that you guys can do, to make it easier on yourself. So this is the thing. If you are talking to a girl, or like, let's say a girl chooses you, she's, you in the street or whatever, a chick is checking you out or whatever, and then you start talking to her because he's checking you out, or while you're talking to her, you can sort of tell she's like really feeling you or whatever, or you tell her to call you and she calls you. This is for if a chick is showing that type of, she's showing the interest already, right? What I would do is, once she calls me, I would respond to her, right? But then I would always only respond to her when she calls me, or when she hits me up. So this is something you can do, when a chick, you see that she's starting to call you more than you're calling her, you can get her in the mind frame of basically calling you instead of you having to do it. So this is how you get sort of like chicks to chase you and get chicks to, really be sweating you. And this is what I used to do. So I would meet a chick, and then I would say, hey, here's my number, give me a call on Monday. She'd call me on Monday. And I'll be like, all right, cool. We're going to get together Friday. We get together Friday. We chilling. We doing whatever we doing or whatever. And then what happens is that sometimes a girl likes you so much that after the first date, she'll just contact you before you contact her. So what I would do is after the date, I would not contact her for probably like 2 or 3 days or some shit, right? And by that time, she'll end up, texting me saying, hey, what's up? What's going on? How you doing? What are you up to later this week or whatever? And I'll be like, oh, no, I'm cool. We should get together Friday. All right. She'll be like, all right, cool. And then I'll say, yeah, hit me up on Friday. We could confirm, see what's good. So then she hits me up on Friday, and I'm like, yeah, we're going to get together. I get together with her. We chill. I probably blaze, and then I don't call her for like 3 or 4 days or something, and then she calls me because I didn't call her. Do you understand? Like, you get her in the rhythm of it being her calling you a lot. So when you're dealing with a lot of girls, you don't need to be the one always calling. Do you understand what I'm saying? And the thing I want to tell you guys with all of this is that, this type of stuff, learning a lot of this shit, it takes time, it takes energy, it takes effort to make, this type of shit, work for you. And, as a person who's had sex with, like, because I stopped counting after 100, so I just say over 100. It's probably like 120 something, 25, I think, something like that, in that area. Is that the stuff that I'm telling you now is the stuff that I've basically been doing. You understand? Because you got a lot of people who, I always hear this whole thing of, oh, just say some pickup line, or just chill and wait for the woman to choose you, and don't do anything. Just stand there and wait for a chick to choose you, and you ain't got to be out here hollering at chicks. Let me say something. If a chick chooses you, if a chick is checking you out and making it obvious that she wants you, whatever, of course, holler at that girl, or, make the shit happen with her. Of course, you don't ignore it. If you feeling her, if you think she's cute, holler at her and make it happen, right? The thing is that a lot of times when these guys are always talking about, yo, let a girl choose you, and don't be out here hoe chasing. That's what they call it. And let's get something straight. Approaching a woman is not chasing her. There's a difference between approaching chicks and chasing women. See, what chasing women is, or what a lot of dudes do when they chase, is that they'll get a chick, or they'll holler at a chick, and then they'll be calling her, and then she's like flaking on him, and then, they're still calling her, and then they're still trying to meet up with her. That's chasing a chick. Approaching women is not chasing them. You understand? If you see chicks and you see a fly chick, you want to approach her, you holler at her. That's not chasing. That's not this. They're like, oh, don't do all this hoe chasing. Just stand there and make chicks, just choose you. Just only holler at the girls who are checking you out and choosing you, and who are showing interest off the bat, which is ridiculous because, as most of you know, that shit does not happen like that. If it did, you would not be listening to me right now. If shit was just going, if you could just, you walk out your house right now, stand on a corner or go to a party and just stand there and just have all the girls just run up on you, then, be my guest and make that happen. That would be great if that would happen. But we all know that on planet Earth, these women don't do it like that. They're sitting up there because they're cowards. They're scared to approach you. So you got to go and approach them. You understand what I'm saying? So, and of course you can look for the signs of a chick choosing you. You understand what I'm saying? You can look for the signs, and that's cool. And you see, if you understand the signs, then you can actually, take advantage of that and holler at them and all this other stuff. But don't just let the choosing be your whole game plan. Don't let I'm gonna just wait for a girl to choose me, because it's not gonna go down like that. You understand? I would say like 90% of the chicks that I smashed was because I approached them. You understand? And the thing also with rejection is that, I got rejected a lot. See, a man who says he hardly gets rejected means that he's hardly approaching women. You understand? This is a numbers game. If anybody that tells you that it's not a numbers game, I've heard guys give seminars and they're like, oh, it's not a numbers game. You just have to know exactly what to say and exactly how to do it. And I'm like, nigga, shut your punk ass up with that bullshit. It is a numbers game. You understand? And then it's a game of you having the courage, having the confidence to go out there and get what you want. And being smart enough to know that it takes effort. It's not going to happen unless you put in the effort. I'm trying to tell you guys this. it's going to be harder for you if you're not putting in the effort. You understand what I'm saying? So, you got to understand that you got to put in, you got to put in that effort and make that shit happen. And, like I was saying earlier, when you hollering at the chicks, don't say too much. Because like I was saying, let's say you said that, oh yeah, I was egging this guy's house and blah, 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 blah. And then the chick might be turned off from that. And then she might not, she'll be like, oh, I don't want to fuck this guy anymore. And the thing is, I'm not telling you to not be yourself. And I'm not telling you to change who you are and, and try to bend over backwards for chicks, because that's what a lot of guys think when they talk, when you talk about this type of stuff of like actually hollering at chicks and getting with chicks and all that. They're like, oh, why I gotta do all this stuff and why I gotta change this and why I gotta act this way and blah blah blah. You understand what I'm saying? And you don't have to do all of that. You could talk all the shit you want. I'm just saying that in certain cases it makes it easier for you when you're first initially, and I'm talking about if you're just trying to smash, when you're first initially trying to smash, this is why I say talk to them for like 2 minutes, hook the shit up, and get in there. You understand what I'm saying? And then, because, and then make that happen. Because a lot of guys, you saying that you just want to have sex. But then all of a sudden now you want to talk and express your feelings and all this other stuff, and you want her to know you. And no, do you want to have sex or do you want to just communicate? If you want to communicate, I could communicate all day if you want. But if you're trying to have sex, the easiest way to do it is to get that shit quick, get it popping quick. Don't waste too much time. You understand? It's like, even though if you go on my, I have a online profile, and that's another thing. You guys should be on online dating too, because you can get chicks through there too. And I got a lot of chicks through there. And you can also get my program, The Easy Way to Date Online for Men. Make sure you join the membership to get that so you can step up your online dating game. But on my online dating profile, I get a lot of messages from chicks who just email me because they thought my profile was hilarious. They're like, oh my God, it's so funny that you wrote this and you said that. And they're like, how you doing? And, they want to talk to me just because they thought my profile was humorous. And the thing is that on my profile, what I did was I said a whole bunch of funny shit. Like on my OkCupid profile, they ask you questions and you answer the questions. And they'll ask you some shit like, what are 6 things you can't live without? And I put, The Situation, Ronnie, J. Wow. I named all the people from Jersey Shore as the 6 things I can't live without. And, they thought that was funny. You know what I mean? But the thing is that when they're reading it, they don't really know me yet. So there's nothing that they can use in the profile to justify themselves not fucking with me. Because this is what girls do. And this is what I'm trying to tell you guys, not to really talk too much shit a lot of times. Because what girls do is even though sometimes they'll like you, and then sometimes they want to fuck with you, they will look for a reason not to fuck with you. Do you understand that? They're still looking in the back of their head. They're still looking for a reason to say no. They're looking for a reason to decline. So the less reasons that you give them, the better it is for you. So when they look at my profile, it's just a whole bunch of jokes. So it's like, oh, this guy's so funny. I want to know more about him, because they didn't even realize that they didn't know anything about me, because I didn't put shit about me. I was just putting mad jokes on the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like at the top of the thing, it says, right? It says, what's your, talk about yourself summary. And I put something like, I'm the most interesting man in the world. The Dos Equis guy lied to you. That's my thing right there. That's what I put. There's nothing in there that's, I'm not talking about, oh, my hopes and dreams and feelings and all that other stuff. Not saying that there's something wrong with putting those things. But what I'm saying is that I'm just telling you what I've done to make these women holla. This is what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to give you guys the things. This goddamn dog is barking like a motherfucker. So that's the shit that I put up. Do you understand what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, this is I want to end this off because I've been out here for a minute talking. What I want to say is this: is that when it comes to fucking with chicks and hollering at girls and getting chicks, I don't want you to think you don't have to say the shit that I'm saying. You don't have to come at the chicks the way I'm coming at them. But all you have to do is come at them. All you have to do is approach. All you have to do is hit them up. All you have to do is have the confidence to do that. All you have to do is know that there's going to be some effort on your part that you have to put in, and things were going to happen for you. You have to understand that you will get rejected. You have to understand that you can't sit there and rationalize, oh, well, I'm just going to pose to be chose. You understand what I'm saying? And use that as your only source of attracting chicks. You should use everything. You should check out notice when the chicks are choosing you. You understand? And I also got a product that's called 15 Signs That a Woman Is Into You. So notice that notice how the chicks are checking you out, and you can get that on my membership. Notice how the girls are checking you out, and then fuck with the girls that are choosing you. When you see a chick in the street, approach her. When she's sitting stationary, when she's, walking or whatever, approach her if you want to holler at her. If you're at a party, holler at the chick. If you're at a bar, holler at the chick. When you get their numbers, hit them up, call them. If they say, if you want them to call you, tell them to call you. You understand? Like, this, you have to put yourself in it. You got to be in it to win it. If you want the shit to happen, you got to do it. You understand? And it's like, I'm so passionate about it because, I get kind of like, it kind of like, what am I trying to say? It kind of upsets me when, I see guys not getting what they want, mainly because they're not putting in the work. It's kind of like when an entrepreneur is getting hate from other people, like, oh, you rich bastard, you just lucky and blah blah blah, and the guy's like, yo, I had to work mad hard for this shit, nigga. Like, what you talking about? I had to, all the sleepless nights and shit. And I'm not saying you got to work that hard to get chicks. But what I'm saying is that you got to put in some effort in order for it to go down. And again, guys, if you need any help, man, holla at me. You got my email address. It's askmrlocario@gmail.com. Or make sure you get my books, How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day. Get the Magnificent 10 Crucial Dating Tips for Men. Get How to Pick Up and Date Multiple Women seminar. Also, you can join the membership. Get the Bad Boy membership. Make sure you join that, because when you join that, you get 45 to 90 minute how-to dating advice audios every month. So you can step up your game. All right? So, holler at me. I hope some of that helped. I could be here talking all day and getting even more in depth. And also, if you want the more in depth stuff, again, you got to go to the membership, because that's how I gets down on the membership. But I wanted to, just hit you guys with this, because I'm hearing too many guys who are frustrated by how the game is going, and they're like, oh, it's so slow, and I can't get these chicks, and they're, all these girls are rejecting me, and all this other stuff. And the thing is, and I told this one guy, I said, a lot of times if you keep going out there, you keep getting rejected, and shit's not going down for you. A lot of times it can be either the type of chicks you're approaching, or it can be how how you feel when you're approaching these girls. If you're insecure, if you're not confident, that could be the reason why these girls are not fucking with you. You understand what I'm saying? Because you got to put the effort in to approach and to actually do it. But if you got your head down and you're talking all nervous and you're scared of the chick, she's gonna feel that, and she's not gonna be attracted to you. So it's a combination of a lot of these things. Do you understand what I'm saying? And the more you talk, it's like one of them things. It's almost like working out. The more you work out, the bigger your muscles get, the more fit you get. It's the same thing with talking to chicks. The more chicks you talk to, the more comfortable you get talking to chicks. The more comfortable you get, the more chicks are going to be attracted to you. The more chicks that are going to be attracted to you, that's the more chicks you're going to get. And then since you're getting all these chicks and you're used to these situations, more chicks are going to want you because of that. You're going to have this swag about you because you can do it now. Do you understand? But you got to just put yourself out there. All right, so that is it. I'm out of here. It's your boy, Mr. Locario. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. Hey, what's up? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. Listen, I get a lot of people that have problems and issues in their dating lives, and the reason why that happens is that most people, when they try to learn how to date and step up their dating game, they think it's something that's gonna happen overnight. They think they're gonna learn this magic formula, and then it's just gonna poof, happen just like that, and that's not how it works. And this is why you might be having problems in your dating life. So what I did is I created the Mr. Locario membership program. So in this membership program, you get 45 to 90-minute audios and videos that will help you step up your game, detailed how-to dating advice every month. So when you join this membership, you're gonna get these audios and videos every month, so you will over time know how to step up your dating game and really get what you want. Check this out. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how easy it is to join the Mr. Locario membership program. So first you go to MrLocario.com. On the home page, you click on the members tab. Then it's going to take you to this page where it says men, click here to sign up. Then right here, you scroll down, it's going to tell you all about the membership. It's going to tell you what you're going to get. So the first month, you're going to get the easy way to date online for men. Second month, we put up the ultimate 5-step guide to getting over approach anxiety. Third month, you get how to attract women using direct game, and much, much more. So every month, you're going to get a new program every month forever. So then you click here, you go to PayPal, and you join the membership. Now, once you do the PayPal, you're going to get a password. Once you get your password, you're going to go back to MrLocario.com on our homepage. You're going to go to members, and then now you're going to go to men's login. It's going to give you a password, and you're going to put your password in to log in to the membership. Now I already logged in, so now it takes me to this page. So as you can see, the easy way to date online for men, here's the audios. It's going to tell you everything you need to know. The ultimate 5-step guide to getting over approach anxiety, the audio that's going to tell you everything you need to know. How to attract women using direct game, the audio that's going to tell you everything you need to know. And as you can see, all of this is on one page. So if you join today, you're going to get all of these that are up right now. You're going to get all of these, and then every month you're going to get a new program. Okay? So that's how it goes when you join the Mr. Locario membership. See, it's that easy to join the membership program. Now, listen, I got some good news and I got some bad news. Now, the good news is that if you do join the membership, you're going to end up getting a whole bunch of hot girls. You're going to be able to go up to any girl you want, talk to her, know what to say, how to say it, get these girls attracted to you, all that good stuff. Now, the bad news is that if you don't join the membership, you're going to be doing exactly what you've been doing already. You're going to be staying at home alone on Friday night. You're going to be scared to get rejected. You're going to have approach anxiety. All these things that's stopping you already is going to keep continuing to happen if you don't join the membership. So now, look, the choice is up to you. I hope that you choose the right choice to step up your dating game. All right, so this is Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. I'm out of here. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace.
Locario. Mr. Locario, Mr. Locario, Mr. Locario, bacana.